begin her own. On this first day of March, the house was once again blissfully quiet. There was no television, no music, no video game gunfire or crack of a bat, no texts coming in or going out with a ding, no refrigerator opening or closing. No one, not one person, asking what was for dinner, when their laundry would be done, or whether she had a spare 20. Standing in the center of Kira's vacant bedroom, Madeline inhaled the quiet, held it in her lungs, and let it soak into her skin. Her nest was not only empty, it was totally and completely organized. It was time for her new life to begin. Not for the first time, she admitted something might be wrong with her, because the silence that so alarmed her friends sent a tingle of anticipation up her spine. It made her want to dance with joy, go hang gliding, cure cancer, learn how to knit, write the great American novel, or do absolutely nothing for a really long time. Her life could be whatever she decided to make of it. Throwing open the windows to allow the sense of an early spring to fill the room, Madeline mentally converted the space into the study, craft room she'd always dreamed of. She'd put a wall of shelves for her books and knickknacks here, a combination desk and work table there, maybe a club chair and ottoman for reading in the corner near the window. Madeline entertained herself for a time, measuring the windows for a cornice that she might just make herself. This afternoon she could go to the fabric store and see what looked interesting. Maybe she'd hit some of her favorite antique stores and see about a work table and a club chair that she could recover. For lunch, she made a quick sandwich and then sat down at the kitchen table to read through the Atlanta Journal-Constitution, Steve's Wall Street Journal, and the local weekly. She was in the middle of a story about yet another financial advisor who'd absconded with his unsuspecting client's money when the phone rang, an especially shrill sound in the cocoon of silence in which she was wrapped. "Mrs. Singer?" The voice was female, clipped but not unfriendly. "This is St. Joseph's calling." Madeline's grip on the phone tightened. She braced for a full-body blow. Mrs. Clyde Singer was brought in about 30 minutes ago. She was suffering from smoke inhalation and a gash on her forehead. We found this number listed as emergency contact on the file from her last visit." "Smoke inhalation?" Madeline hovered near her chair, trying to get her thoughts in order. "Is she all right?" "She's resting now, but she's been through quite a lot, poor thing. There was a kitchen fire." "Oh, my God!" Madeline turned and raced upstairs, carrying the phone with her. Last month, her mother-in-law had fallen in the bathroom and been lucky not to break anything. At 87, living alone had become increasingly difficult and dangerous, but Edna Singer had refused to consider giving up her home, and Steve had been unwilling to push his mother on it. Madeline got the room number and a last assurance that the patient looked a bit beat up, but would be fine. "It'll probably take me about 25 minutes to get there." Exchanging her shorts for a pair of slacks and slipping her feet into loafers, she called Steve's cell phone as she clattered down the front stairs. After leaving a voicemail with the pertinent details, Madeline headed for the garage, stopping only long enough to look up Steve's office number, which she so rarely called she hadn't even programmed it into her cell phone. Adrian Byrne, who'd sat in front of Steve's corner office at the investment firm for the last 15 years, answered. "Adrian?" Madeline said as the garage door rumbled open. "It's Madeline. Can you put me through to Steve?" There was a silence on the other end as Madeline yanked open the car door. "Hello," Madeline said. "I hate to be short, but it's an emergency. Edna is at St. Joseph's again, and I need Steve to meet me there." Madeline slid behind the steering wheel, wedged the phone between her ear and shoulder, and put the minivan in reverse. "Did you try his cell phone?" Adrian's tone was uncharacteristically tentative. "Yes." Maddie began to back down the driveway, her mind swirling with details. How badly damaged was Edna's kitchen? Should she have Steve go to the hospital while she checked the house? It went right to voicemail. "Isn't he in the office? Do you know how to reach him?" There was another odd pause.